me. Sorry, injuries in my head. Right, so the pull-up. The pull-up can be split up into like 3 main movements, and that's the top position, the middle position, and the bottom position. You can split all of those up to help work on the performance of getting your first pull-up, and you can put them all together with what's called a negative. So we're going to start with that, and then I'll break it down a little bit. A negative is essentially asking your body to lift more weight than it can, because all it is the negative part of the movement, also known as the eccentric part of the movement. This is the portion where the muscles are lengthening as opposed to contracting. It's always easier to slowly release something than it is to pull it in. Imagine if I was stood hauling up a rope off a cliff. It'd be much easier to slowly lower it down to the floor than it would be to pull it up. And that's the basic mechanical principle we're working with here. You can't do your first pull-up. We're not strong enough yet. So we're going to jump to the top and do the easier part of the motion, the part where gravity is with us, the way down, and we're going to try and spend some time in that position. If we complement that with other back training and frequency, that's kind of the first step to getting your first pull-up. I spoke before, this position here is going to be your strongest position to do your first pull-up, so I would use that grip and get a box that lets you jump to having your head over the top. And then all we want to do is jump up and catch ourselves and control, ideally about a 5-second way down. So start with your feet directly under the bar. If I'm behind the bar, when I jump, I'll swing, which is annoying. Start underneath the bar, jump and catch yourself, and then you want to slowly release all the way down. Try not to speed up at any point until you're completely hanging. Find your feet, jump again. Slow, and as you're going down, you can think about where your shoulders are. Ideally, they're in this down position here. We don't want to be up here. We want to be down here, slowly releasing all the way down. Ideally, if you can work up to doing like 3 reps like that, jumping up, controlling down, jumping up, controlling down 3 times, you're getting on your way. And eventually, 3 sets of 5 negatives is a good place to start. Now, once you start getting good at that, you can split it up into the movements a little bit. We can hold ourselves at the top in an isometric hold. So that would just be jumping up here and staying here for as long as we can. You can do that in the middle as well. So taking 90 degrees and staying here for as long as I can. And then you can also use that bottom position. This is the scapular pull-up position, where you do a scapular pull-up and hold that position for as long as you can, or like 10 seconds or something. So I would start with the negatives, aim to work up to doing sets of 3 to 5, and then if you discover you have a specific weakness positionally between the top, the middle, or the bottom, pick one of those exercises to bias the training towards that weakness, either holding at the top, holding in the middle, or holding at the bottom. Keep working on that. Hit the accessory exercises or the other pull stuff. We're on our way to our first pull-up.